Guess what? You're about to make your debut. Yes, you are. Why? Because God said the cream of the crop is rising. He said the cream of the crop is rising. A few days ago in prayer, God had me to press hard in that. That's all he had me saying. And when I said cream of the crop is rising, I just like, oh my God, I just went haywire. Haywire, y'all. And so God is saying that all of you all that he has had behind the scene where he was working on you as his masterpiece, even though others could see a little sparkle in you, they treated you as if you was a nobody. They said, oh, you just now getting your feet wet. You don't know as much. You should sit down and let me teach you something, in other words. But God said that now the cream of the crop is rising. And y'all know what that means. That means that it's the best of the best. People think that they have been seeing the move of God. But with this new right here, this new, the cream of the crop, you're going to start seeing some signs, miracles, and wonders. You're going to see stuff that you haven't seen in a long time. And you're going to see stuff that you haven't seen ever before in your life. You're going to see the move of God, the work of God. You're going to say, wow, it's going to be that cream of the crop. That's what it's going to be. Now, God did tell me to tell you this, that because the cream of the crop is rising and he's about to give you your debut, you're being elevated, you're being exalted. God said the Pharisees and the Sadducees people, those who are intimidated, because anytime God raised up one, one got to be pulled down, okay? So whenever they see that, they're going to try to interview you. It may not be a traditional interview, but it's going to be some type of interview. And it's going to be an interview from the carnal state, which means from what? Man's tradition. And they're going to be asking you all kind of questions. How many people follow you? How long you been doing this? How long you been in the game? They're going to be asking stuff that has nothing to do with the spirit. And God said they can't help but to do that because they are able to try the spirit by the spirit because they have not been plugged into his vine. And because of that, they're going to try to intimidate you. And God said, do not fall for it. God said, do not answer the questions. Why? Because it is a trap to disqualify you. God has already verified you. He's already vindicated you. And he's already made the pathway clear. So you don't need nobody's permission. You don't need to have no interview by no man, okay? Anyone that comes to you and they have been told by God that you are the one, they're not going to interview you. They're going to welcome you in. They're going to say, my brother, my sister, welcome to the fold. But those that try to interview you, those are the ones that are afraid of their position. They will be like Balak, King Balak. He was so intimidated of the children of Israel because he had heard how God had been moving them through the land, how they had been conquering different kingdoms and whatnot. And so Balak said, I can't have these people come over here. It's too many. Have you seen how many they are? Do you see how powerful they are with their God? So he ushered and told Balaam, hey, I need you to put a curse on them. And that's exactly what some people who are influenced by the enemy are going to do. Not some people, all the people who are influenced by the enemy are going to try to do to you. They're going to try to interview you, but it's going to be a trap to try to disqualify you. They're going to try to put your foot in a snare. And God said, don't answer the questions. Do not answer their questions. Don't answer your questions. Don't answer their questions, okay? So listen, God said the cream of the crop is rising. You be wise and listen. Because God is raising you to this elevation, he's putting you on the stage. Don't you get the big head. Don't you get like how God said, hey, listen, when I bless you with this land, don't you get over there with your new stuff, doing a whole lot, and then tell everybody, I did this by myself. Because God said, well, he's the one that gives us power to obtain wealth. That's wealth in every single arena. Wealth in the spirit realm. That's what we should be aiming for first. Wealth in the spirit realm. Wealth in God's wisdom. Wealth in God's revelation. We're supposed to be wealthy and rich in God first. That's what God says, seek ye first the kingdom of him and all of his righteousness. Then everything else will be added. So God said, don't you get yourself on this platform and then start thinking that it's you. Because you're going to be yanked down too, okay? God will pull your coattail just as he did with Saul. He will pull your coattail real quick. He will do it. So listen, remember that it is God that is raising you to the top, causing you to have your debut, elevating you and exalting you. Give him the glory back. He's glorifying you so that you may glorify him back. Isn't that what Jesus said? Father, glorify the Son so that the Son may glorify you. So listen, don't get the big head. Just thank God, be grateful, and continue to please God. And he will continue to elevate you even more, okay? Hope y'all got it. If you didn't, rewind this thing and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply it to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mess a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Congratulations. You have risen. Did you catch it? If you didn't catch it, don't worry about it. But you have risen. You have risen. You have risen. You have risen to the top. Okay? You're the cream of the crop. God's best choice. Get ready to see those signs, miracles, and wonders. It's going to blow people's minds. But make sure you do what? Give the glory back to God. Okay, I'm going for real. Ciao.